When iPhone came out, statistically, um, the pornography addiction has become incredibly like relevant. You know what I mean? When the iPhone and like the internet wider access has come out, like especially 2008, so many men started to struggle with like things like erectile dysfunction, right? Because they are obviously, they have access to something they have never had, so they're watching a lot of porn, you know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, I don't have anything against like technology or something like that. I mean, it's great. Like AI, I use it every day. Like ChatGPT, Grok, these artificial intelligence systems, they literally make my life easier. But it's more about like how do you use these things? Like the world gives you tools, right? You can use these tools to enhance your life, or you can fuck it up, you know? You can become lazy, lay down, watch TikTok, masturbate, not talk to real human beings, you know, get fat and die like that, you know? It's very easy to live a life like that, and if you don't want to change, there's nothing that will change you. That's why I'm telling you guys, I can lead you towards a better path, right? I can lead you towards having a better life, but I can never give you full-on influence, because if you don't want to use the tools that you have for the right purposes, you know, it's your life. Everybody has their lives. I'm concerned with my life, okay? I'm a little bit narcissistic, okay? I want the best out of my life. So I'm going to the gym. I'm using my time very selfishly, but I know it will pay off in the future. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm not perfect. I struggle with the same pornography addiction, okay? I struggle with some things here and there. But hey, at least I know my problems and I'm trying to work on them. And hopefully one day is gonna be much better than it is now. Because already I'm very proud of what I have achieved, you know? The internet is like a machine gun, a useful tool, but don't give it to chimpanzee. It ain't gonna go well. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I agree with that, bro. There are certain stereotypes like fat people are gamers, okay? Or if you look at a screen for too long, your eyes are gonna go bad, you will have to wear glasses. Or if you don't run, you're gonna be fat. These are bullshit stereotypes. I mean, everything is possible to manage, and you know, I'm a gamer. At the same time, I go build muscle in the gym, okay? So you don't have to be a fat, fucking disgusting man playing video games. That's a stereotype, but sadly the majority of gamers are fat, and they don't really care about themselves. I will never get how someone can have a foot fetish. Oh, here we go, we changed the topic now. I know a couple people that have this fetish, and it's about the brain. And it's mostly, where do fetishes come from? It's from extreme usage of pornography mostly. Like, especially these weird kinks, you know? You just start watching normal porn, like a woman getting fucked by a man, and then slowly you need something more extreme, you know? You slowly want to watch something more and more extreme, and here it is, like, I don't know, 5 years later, you're watching two transgenders licking each other's buttholes, you know? Like it's a real thing. It's a real thing, you know? And that's what porn does to the brain, and I realized it's bad. In fact, right now, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm doing this challenge, 7 days of no masturbation, okay? My first day is today. Watching porn is weird. It's like you enjoying somebody else fuck and you're just watching it like cock. Yeah. Welcome to my stream, by the way. I have 1 year record. I didn't jerk off, but then I break it again. Don't be too upset about it. Masturbation is actually good. Believe it or no. It's good for your prostate health, and it reduces the prostate cancer risks. The problem is that after masturbation, your dopamine levels get incredibly low. They drop like from this to this, and you don't feel motivated, and you feel more sleepy and more feminine. So it's better to do it before sleep if you do it. And the worst thing is when you do it while watching pornography. Then it is bad, because then it can mess with your brain, and slowly you start developing fetishes, right? I don't have anything against masturbation or sex when you are not watching porn. But when you're watching other people fuck or something like that, your brain is basically getting fucked, you know what I mean? So it's bad. So you're basically seeing this woman getting fucked by a man, right? And slowly, that's not even enough for you to get satisfied. You need something more extreme, you know? That's how people become weird. They become into feet. They want to sniff woman's ass, you know? I have my weird fetishes, but, you know, I've been watching pornography for a really long time. That's the thing. So I do understand why men suffer from that. And believe it or not, when iPhone, like in 2007, was introduced to the world, yeah, the erectile dysfunction in males has increased, you know? Like my friend, he tried to have sex, okay? But he couldn't. His dick couldn't get hard. Why? Because he was watching too much pornography. The real pussy, believe it or no, doesn't feel as good as your fucking hand feels. Crazy, right? That was my discovery. It's not the masturbation that's the problem, it's the porn part. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're making... But masturbation also... The process of masturbation drops your dopamine very low, right? So... Imagine I have sex or I masturbate, right? And there's the post-nut clarity moment, right? The post-nut clarity hits your brain. And then you basically, you think about what just happened. You just think about what happened. And you're thinking, what the fuck is this gigantic horse doing on my screen? Or whenever I'm doing it with a girl, I'm just so happy. I feel like a man, you know? That is a problem, is how easy it is to access pornography. Yeah, it's very easy. And it's a business for people, you know? It's a business for people. You just basically, they make money out of it. It's like YouTube, basically. You watch ads, blah, blah, blah. It ain't hard to cure addiction. It actually is. It depends how deep-rooted the addiction is into you. I've tried to cure my addiction, and I wish I said that I'm not addicted anymore. But I've been watching this shit since I was 9 years old, and I've been fucking doing crazy shit since I was 10 years old. So how deep do you think it's been rooted into my life? It's basically my routine at this point, you know what I mean? And so many people who don't have this problem, they just don't get how hard it is, you know? When something is free, you are the product. True. Nothing in this world is free without consequences, you know? I'm addicted to smoking. My mom smoked when pregnant. You're still addicted, right? But do you try to control yourself? Do you try not to smoke? That's bad. That's actually bad for your health. Like, smoking addiction is very bad, you know? Any addiction is bad. You have to have the control. Especially as a man, you have to control of your life. You have to control of your life. But I'm gonna play checking. But we just get into these addictions, and you know, it's not easy. It's not easy, you know? There's a reason addiction centers, you know, exist and things like that. I've quit a few times over the years, but just need one bad day to screw it up. Best did was like 2 years. That's actually good. 2 years is very good. I understand how hard it is, you know? I'm not a smoker myself. I was vaping a couple years ago. I told you I was a liberal bitch, so I was just vaping a lot. But I never got addicted to that shit, you know? I never got addicted. So I was just like, okay, fuck it. I'm not gonna vape anymore. What the fuck am I doing? Just putting that plastic into my fucking mouth. You know how many chemicals there are? You know how it reduces testosterone levels? Now, smoking real cigarettes actually can boost testosterone levels. But at what cost? It damages your lungs. It shortens your lifetime. My fucking neighbor that is a big smoker, he cannot even walk anymore. He couldn't control his arm. It was related to smoking. So smoking addiction is very bad. And there are so many reasons, you know, not to do it. What's the biggest addictions of our generation, you think? So many people would say social media. But I don't even think that social media is an addiction. Procrastination would be maybe an addiction. That's why people watch so much of TikTok, for example. But I feel like the biggest addiction that I can say that it's actually addiction is pornography, probably. Because, especially men, you will not find probably even a single man that is like over 20 years old and never watched pornography. And any man that watches pornography even once might think, okay, this thing is very interesting, this is something new, you know, and they are very likely to come back and watch it again and again, and it becomes a habit and it becomes an addiction. Guys, you just tell me in the chat, what do you think is the biggest addiction of our generation? I lost my mom to cancer. I'm sorry, bro. Last year I keep thinking I should quit smoking for good. Bro, if you say to yourself that I'm not ready, one more time, it's gonna be too late before you notice. And when you're like 40, 45, which is actually gonna happen soon, 50, 60, you're gonna think I've been doing that my entire life. What's the point of quitting anymore, you know? I'm just gonna enjoy it. So it's gonna be too late. So I would say don't wait. I'm just telling you. It's the same as with any addiction, you know? I say man, just be a man. You should take the control of your life, okay? You think I want not to masturbate for 7 days? Oh, fuck no, and I'm not confident that I can do it, you know? I will probably fail, and I will probably masturbate. Hopefully not, but I might do that, you know? And I keep on telling myself, just one more day, just one more time. I'm just gonna watch this one video today, but this porn video today. Tomorrow I'm gonna stop it. Guess what? Tomorrow I'm feeling the urge, and I'm thinking, okay, let's do it one more time. It never ends. So if you think that you're not ready to quit smoking, just drop that mentality whatsoever. Because, you know, the time is actually passing pretty quickly. I mean, what? It's 2025. It's been 5 years since 2020, believe it or not. You know your reasons why you should stop smoking. Oh my god, and then there is me, never drank, I never smoked, I don't do drugs, good. I never had sex, good. You know, masculine man, like really manly man, they really respect women who have never had sex. In today's modern world, most women have already had sex with many men, you know? And it's rare to find a woman who has never done that. And we like women that are rare, you know? Validation from social media. That is an addiction. Everybody likes some validation, but I think that is the problem that is mostly plaguing women. That sounds like a more feminine kind of addiction. But it's not something that I would come up when I think about the most popular addictions. You know? But we all like validation, don't we? Like, somebody's liking our video, we are like, yeah, you know?